Hey everybody, so today I want to talk about the book What Happened, but first I want to tell you guys about an experience in which I recently had at the annual socialist talk on campus. I go to school in northern Maine, just to let you guys know, and we're a pretty moderate school, right-wing members, conservatives, and libertarians do really well up here because there's not really a heavy-handed threat of the SJWs around here. So that's really nice. There's not a whole lot of extreme lefties, but here at the Socialist Talks there are. There's about 40 or so members, and they were doing a diagnosis of why Trump won, and they got it really wrong. They quoted what happened all the time, even though they kept calling Hillary Clinton right wing, and I thought this is preposterous. As she's anything but right wing in any, I would say, any word or any of the sense. They kept calling her conservative, but that's beyond the point today. So they thought that it was all this violence, all this anger, all this racism, this misogyny that Donald Trump tapped into to win the election. And I'm like, they couldn't have been further than the truth. And Hillary Clinton says the same sort of thing. And you should really, the finger goes back to her, because what really happened, I think, is that the Democrats have gone so far left, and they stopped caring about, the people, essentially. All they care about is their ideology. They go on and on and on about how white men are oppressing society, and this is the reason why she lost. The white men, oh man, the white men cause all the things. They seem to say that we have some secret meeting in which we, white men, have this quote-unquote thing called the patriarchy, in which we use this to, oppress women by the daily, apparently. I don't think this exists. I don't even think there's any evidence. It's essentially a conspiracy theory, and a bad one at that. There's no organized, like, whatever, rallied, against women. I think most men actually like women, unless they're, gay or something. But then they probably don't hate women. But that's the thing. They think that men, all they want to do is oppress women. That's essentially what I got out of the socialist convention. That they thought that even his words are violence. This is a really bad diagnosis. What I really think happened is, again, the Democrats have gone far to the left. They're forgetting the people. They forgot that, the rural voters have totally different needs than the cosmopolitans in, New York City. And this is the big issue, is this growing urban and rural divide. I talked about this in another video, about how the people in the cities have these, cosmopolitan and global views, and this is just crushing the rest of the country. That, lots of immigration, lots of, welfare. This is just crushing the rural areas. And this is what's causing the migration to the city. They don't realize this. What's good for the city is not what's good for the country. So essentially, we're turning to a situation with Rome and the provinces. It's becoming this, like, every day. By the second, more people are moving to the city, and then they're concentrating wealth in the city, and of course, all the people in the city, since they have similar socialization, the vast majority of them are going to have similar viewpoints, and then this keeps us going on and on. So this is essentially the bastion of the left, is in the inner cities. And they're forming urban plantations to farm voters. And essentially, this goes on and on and on, and they've really consolidated their control of the cities. And then I think people are starting to realize this. This is what propelled Trump, the rural vote, the white working class, the people who've been forgotten. It's not that they're racist or misogynist. It's because they've been forgotten by the Democratic Party, and this is why Trump won. Not because there's violence or xenophobia, that they hate immigrants. Maybe immigration policies negatively affect them. Not because they hate Hispanics. They should actually, I think they should look more into this. I think the leftists need to, do some sort of self-diagnosis that isn't, saying that all white men are evil. Or, this is the problem with the left right now in their identity-based politics. So, thank you for listening today, guys. If you guys want to know, any other subject, please put that in below. I will do a video on any suggestion, or I'll try to. I don't have sophisticated video software. That's a problem. And please feel Please like, share, and subscribe down below. I have a Minds account, which I really like because I've gotten a lot of subscribers there a lot quicker than YouTube. I can, freely advertise my Minds account. I also now have a Reddit subreddit, right wing ideas, and this subreddit's gonna be where right wingers can come put ideas down and see how they stand up. Um, and I define right wing as things that are pro democracy, pro freedom, pro individualism, pro capitalism, those sorts of things. And I don't think I really want alt righters out there. I mean, most people who are not alt right, who are labeled alt right, and that's used as sort of a slur by the left, and that's a huge issue. But other than that, I think it'll be a very good place. It'll be a really place where you can express your ideas freely. Because I know a lot of current platforms like YouTube and Facebook are, demonetizing things, shutting things down, not spreading it, pushing the view counts down to zero, and that's a huge issue. And suppressing those with freedom of speech. So that's what a lot of reasons why that's driving people to the outright. And I think Hillary Clinton did a very good job of this. That's what I also got the same feeling when I went to this socialist convention. If I started to understand why people are becoming alt-right, is because they've gone so far to the left that it's sort of like a reactionary movement. I personally don't agree with it, but I now understand why it happens. And I've been listening to a lot of alt-righters lately, and I understand where they're coming from. I disagree on it on a really fundamental level, because I think it's just an identity politics move, and I don't think it's good for the right. And I think it gives the left a lot of ammunition, and that's not what they need right now. So I think Hillary is really wrong in her diagnosis, especially the socialists at the Socialist Convention. So thank you guys for listening today. Have a great day.